The movie begins with Vic returning home after a bike ride in the woods. As he gets home, he notices that his wife, Melinda, is looking at him. Melinda goes upstairs immediately after speaking to her husband without saying a word. In the next scene, we see that Melinda is getting ready to go to a party. Vic is helping her out by giving her a hand with her shoes. Melinda tells her husband that she loves him. The couple then goes to a party and it looks like a formal party. They meet some friends and the group converse about different things. As Melinda's friends Joel and Sarah enter the room, she quickly runs over to greet them. Strangely, she then takes him out and the two start kissing. Vic stands there watching them through the window as his wife shares a kiss with her lover. His wife, despite seeing that her husband is watching her, does not stop kissing her lover. That's when one of Vic's friends comes to him and tells him out of concern that Vic might not reciprocate for the love he gives Melinda. However, Vic says he doesn't really care. After a while, we see that Melinda is drunk now, and she starts dancing like crazy on the piano, and then she plays the piano and starts singing. As she sings, it brings a smile to Vic's face despite the fact that Melinda is cheating on him without a how do you do. It seems like he does not really care about it. After a while, Joel comes to Vic and expresses his gratitude to Vic for letting him see Melinda. The conversation then turns to a little darker side as Vic asks Joel if he has heard about a man named Martin McRae disappearing. He adds that the aforementioned man also used to be Melinda's lover. To Joel's surprise, Vic goes on to reveal that he was the one who actually killed Martin with a hammer. Joel says to Vic that he must be kidding, but Vic tells him that he is being serious, and this is no joke. After that, as the couple leaves the party, Melinda asks Vic if he said anything of note to Joel, but Vic denies saying anything to him. When they get home, we see Vic helping out Melinda take off her dress. She goes on to tell him that she really likes Joel because he appreciated her for who she is. We then get to know that their marriage is standing on one arrangement. Melinda is allowed to have as many lovers as she likes because their relationship is dry and there is no love between them anymore. Vic has made it clear that he does not have a problem with her dating anyone she likes as long as they are one family, and she does not leave him and their daughter Trixie. Vic has agreed to this precarious arrangement because he does not want to go through the messiness of divorce. The next day, Vic goes to drop off his daughter Trixie at her school when he runs into one of his friends. As Vic goes to say hello to her, she right away asks him if what he said to Joel last night at the party is true. This time he says that he was just joking around and there is no such thing. Vic might be joking, we don't know that yet, but this joke of his starts to spread around the neighborhood like wildfire. Wherever Vic goes, everyone in his circle starts asking him if he actually did what he said to Joel the other night. However, Vic tells everyone that it was just a joke and nothing more than that. Melinda gets to know about what Vic said to her lover and she is pissed off at him. She goes on to confront him for threatening her lover. Vic tells her that he is sorry and promises her that nothing of the sort will ever happen again. However, Melinda says that his apology is not enough. She wants him to apologize to Joel as well. She says that she has invited him over for dinner and she wants Vic to apologize to him. Joel comes to their house, and he still seems a little frightened by Vic. While they are having dinner, Joel tells them that he is planning to move over the weekend. After that, Melinda says that she wants to spend some time with Joel alone, so she wants Vic to put Trixie to bed. Later on, Vic yet again goes to Joel while Melinda is in the bathroom. He again tells him that he was not joking, and he actually did kill Martin. Vic then calls a cab and asks Joel to leave right away. Vic now openly threatens Joel as he tells him that if he doesn't leave right now, he will meet the same fate. One day, Vic and Melinda go to a party and there they meet a couple, Dawn and Kelly. Vic dances with Kelly at the party as Melinda looks on. When they are driving back home at night, Melinda, who seems a little disturbed, asks Vic if she found Kelly Wilson attractive. Vic's answer is yes, and Melinda starts to feel jealous of Kelly as she thinks that Kelly is more attractive than her. When the couple gets home, they have a passionate session of lovemaking. In the next scene, we see that Vic is at a soccer game for his daughter Trixie. He gets a call from his bank, and they tell him about a payment made by Melinda to a piano teacher named Charlie Delisle. Vic gets suspicious and goes on to track Charlie where he is performing at a live show. There he finds out that Melinda is seeing Charlie without his knowledge. He returns home and finds out from a news channel on his TV that Martin's body has been found in the woods. It is reported that Martin was shot dead. As Melinda gets home, Vic tells her that Martin has been shot dead and his body was found in the woods. She gets really upset by the news and directly goes to her room. As time goes by, Melinda and Charlie start to spend more time together and the two start getting closer to each other. It, however, does not sit well with Vic. He is aware of everything and his patience is being tested. One morning, Melinda comes home after she spent the night with Charlie. Vic, who is furious at her, goes on to confront her and tells her to stop seeing Charlie. Melinda says that she is going to do nothing of the sort as Charlie makes her feel loved, something she cannot get from Vic. Vic tells her that he does love her, but she makes it abundantly clear that this is not the kind of love she wants. The couple then goes to a pool party along with their friends and Charlie is also at the party. At the party, Melinda introduces Charlie to Vic as her piano teacher. Vic plays along and pretends that he is not aware of their relationship. At night, Vic is looking around for Melinda, who has not been home for hours. Vic goes to the pool and there he finds Melinda in the pool, and she seems to be having a good time with Charlie. Their closeness starts to get to Vic, and he starts getting jealous of Charlie. Then it starts to rain, and everyone runs inside the house except for Vic and Charlie. After a while, Vic finally comes inside and joins the others. However, as he walks in, there is some kind of guilt evident in the way he carries himself. Melinda is on the other hand looking for Charlie. She looks out of the window and starts screaming as she sees Charlie floating in the pool. Everyone runs out to the pool, and the men pull him out of the water and try to resuscitate him. Don drops Charlie's body and his head bumps on the edge of the pool. Everyone then figures out that Charlie is dead. They report the incident to the police right away and the detectives arrive. They start questioning everybody present at the party. Since Vic had a problem with Charlie and he has been vocal about it as well, Melinda right away accuses Vic of drowning Charlie, but Vic denies it. He is then questioned separately about the accusation made by his wife. Vic tells them that Charlie was too drunk and clinging to the deep end of the pool. The detectives are satisfied with the explanation and let him go, but Melinda is adamant that Vic killed Charlie. Vic asks her if she is afraid of him now that she thinks he is a killer. Melinda responds that she is not afraid because she is the very thing for which he killed Charlie. One day, Vic is on his bike when he notices a car following him. He is then told by Kelly that Don suspects him of Charlie's murder. At the same time, Melinda and Don start to spend a lot of time together as well as they both think the same thing. Vic tells Kelly not to worry and goes on to invite her and Don over dinner. Later that night, when Vic is alone with Don, he asks him to stop telling people that he killed Charlie. Don says that he does think that Vic killed him. He then asks Vic to prove his innocence by taking a lie detector test and Vic agrees. While Vic is walking on the roadside, he sees the car that has been following him around. He sees a camera in the car which confirms that he is constantly being followed and his movements are being recorded by a private investigator. To his luck, he finds Melinda at a cafe with the investigator, and Melinda introduces the man as a psychotherapist named David. Vic in no time figures out that Melinda and Don have hired the private investigator, so he right away goes to Don's house and confronts him in front of his family. Vic shows him a bank statement that says Melinda sent money to Don for hiring David. Then there comes another man. Vic sees that Melinda has started seeing another man named Tony Cameron. He is her college boyfriend. Vic is now jealous as he sees Melinda getting closer to Tony. He tries to talk to her, but she says that she does not want to talk to him. Melinda invites Tony over for dinner and Vic acts very friendly with him. However, he is actually furious at Tony. It enrages him when he sees Tony flirting with Melinda. The next day, Vic goes to see Tony and tells him that Melinda wants to show him around a building site she has been working on. He gets into the car with him, and Vic takes him to the woods where there are no signals. Once Vic realizes that they are now in a completely secluded area, they get out of the car and Vic throws a rock at Tony's head. As Vic throws another rock, Tony stumbles down the cliff and smashes his head onto a rock. He dies that very moment. Vic then tries to hide his body underwater by tying it with rocks. One day, he takes his family for a picnic out in the woods. Melinda asks Vic why he is the only man who wants to stay with her. He tells her that he loves her for who she is and will never leave her. The two hug and accept each other. Trixie, on the other hand, goes near a stream where Nick drowned Tony's body. Vic rushes to get her, and there he sees that Tony's body has started to float on the surface. On their way home, Melinda says that she left her scarf behind, and Vic says that he will get it tomorrow. At night, Melinda asks Vic to sleep in her room. Melinda expresses her love for Vic, then they go on to have passionate sex. The next morning, Vic goes to the woods on his bike while Melinda finds Tony's wallet and figures out that Vic has killed Tony. Melinda packs her stuff up and decides to leave Vic forever as she realizes that Vic has killed everyone she ever got close with. Trixie, however, throws the suitcase in the pool, telling her mother that they are not leaving. On the other hand, Vic tries to drown Tony's body further in the stream. When Don gets there, the two talk, and Don notices Tony's arms floating in the stream, and he makes a run for his car. As he drives away, Vic chases him on his bike and decides to take a shorter route to catch him. When Vic is about to catch Don, he falls off his bike and finds himself right in front of Don's car. Don swerves to avoid crashing him and ends up falling off a hill and dies as his car crashes. Vic is now sure that Don is dead. He returns home, and he finds Melinda sitting on the stairs looking at him without taking her eyes off him. Remember the scene when the movie started? This is that very scene. She tells him that she knows he has killed Tony, but she won't say anything. She then goes on to burn Tony's ID, saying that she wants to live with Vic. This is where the movie ends.
Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.